chapter 18 kicks off right as they're getting on. They're met Ryker. Ryker seems to be a very humble person so far, and I can't imagine if I were told that I was destined to be a godlike figure. I don't think I could keep that in check, like my ego.
I don't see how you do, even if you're not Zaxxas. Like, that's got to get into your head a little bit of, I have some power now, at least.
Or like, I'm gonna be all powerful. Like, that's a pretty huge ask. I mean, I guess there's either it goes straight to your head, or it goes the complete opposite direction, and you doubt yourself of being able to be a god arcanist.
And it probably is moment to moment, honestly, with that. I could see myself flip-flopping back and forth with, I'm ready to take on the world, and then I can't even handle my everyday job. How am I supposed to take over the world?
Well, especially with the fact that Eventide literally just came up to him and said, hey, you're the guy that these psychics had spoken about on this island, and you are now going to be with us to go find this world snack and bond with it and get married and be its mate forever.
Yeah, it's a lot to take on in one moment.
Volke has a lot of reservations about Ryker, though, so this is something that where has this been for the last 4 books? Volke has been so like on point of I trust you.
Yeah, he trusted Fane, who was a pirate of the third abyss, and trying to murder him. But sure, Eventide finds this guy that's supposed to be the world serpent, and you're like, I don't know about him.
Right? So Volke does a very logical thing. He tells Luthair that he would like that Volke would like Luthair to keep an eye on Ryker, and Luthair snaps back with, oh yeah, Dread Pirate Ryker, torturer of canines. He once collected dozens of pooches to a fashion of buccaneer's coat.
I'm with Luthair on this one.
Volke is just spiraling at this point, trying to find something to say that he doesn't trust Ryker about, and says, oh, well, he can torture puppies. But that could get a bit weird for Luthair. Imagining somebody being left in a room by themselves for most of the day at the age of like 16, 17.
The one saving grace is Luthair's been bonded to 2 16, 17-year-olds. So hopefully a little less thrown by anything that might go on.
So everybody gets assembled into the map room. Volke is getting kind of waiting for Guildmaster to come in. He pops out, shadow steps out, sees that Guildmaster and Ryker are talking, and he starts to drop some eaves on them. He does realize that Ryker is not the, gloating or lording himself over others, honestly. And he's just kind of thrown into this, so he just kind of go for the ride at the moment.
And Volke, I think, realizes where everyone else was, that maybe I overreacted on judging this dude.
All right. We do want to thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you guys next week. I know that we are getting close to Serpent Arcanist. I know Shami said that in the next couple months from this airing. I know she's working on a new book called 6 Words. I believe this is not something that's going to be indie published, but through a publishing house. I know she is working on it, though. She doesn't have a release date yet, but the cover looks really awesome. It's got a dragon on the front. I love dragons.
Love dragons.
Like, if you have the name dragon or a picture of a dragon on the book, I'm probably going to read it.
It's worth a read.
And with that, thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
Eric, Scott, and I want to thank everyone for listening today. We post a new episode every Wednesday morning at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Time. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. After the additional episode airs, we post chapter-by-chapter videos every day in a smaller, easier-to-digest format. We do want to give a special shout-out to the final member of our team, Dan Mackison, one of the admins for the Frith Chronicles Wiki, link listed below, and doing his best to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at frithguildpod@gmail.com or on Facebook or any other social media by searching for Frith Guild Podcast. Just to remind everybody, we have links to everything in the description below on both the podcast and YouTube.